Welcome back to Dixon Does It. Today is the third video on the master bedroom, and everybody wanted to see the floor. What's under the rug? What's under the rug? So let's pull up the rug and see what's going on. It's a lot of work, I'm telling you. Well, yeah, lots of work. All right. So here's that ugly rug. Let's tear it up. I'm gonna just tear up this section first by the crotch wall, and then we'll see what's under there, because we got a bunch of stuff in here that we'll just have to like tear up, move, tear up, move. Let's just tear this up and see what's under this part.
Linoleum. You need to take that for the kitchen.
I know. It's the linoleum. The paint or poo? I don't know. It ain't moving. Well, there's a dip here, and all the way over here, it just goes down. And all the way across, it's just like something's missing here. So let's see if we can figure that out. Oh, that's cool. This floorboard is just up in the air and broken.
Yeah, but
Does this even belong
that
here?
was the whole way across.
I just said that.
Yeah, let's get a piece shoved in there underneath.
Oh. All right, so nothing spectacular under here. Got this cut all the way down. Let's roll it up and see what's underneath. I'll pull the tile up too. Linoleum. I meant linoleum, not tiles. Okay, let's take that up. All right. Not so bad. I mean, the gaps, just like in the front room when we did the living room, are kind of like, I don't know, open. It does look like it's tongue and groove though. Just looks like the tongues are gone. You know, and then there's this hole here. Other than that, the hole there, I don't see too much wrong here. There must have been a area rug in here. And, you know, why paint the whole floor? Just, you know, paint where the area rug's not going to go. And the other thing is, like, these look a lot cleaner than these where the dirt was. I don't know. But, yeah, so we've got one more section to tear up, but we got to get a lot of crap out of here. And the dumpster at work can only hold so much rug, so this might take a little while. All right, Lady Dixon took the rest of the rugs out, and I just pulled up some floorboards because that's where our issue is. If you can see, we've got the main carrying beam here, and back over there. So over time it had dried and curled as wood does, and the issue that we're seeing is it's pulled away some of these rafters here, so I'm gonna have to get some U-clips underneath there and just stabilize them, you know, just like underneath, grab them, and then, you know, it'll be holding them up. That way I'll feel a little safer. I'm gonna go Don Cherry on you kiddies here. You know, you can't just go about and just paint stuff. You gotta do the work. You gotta put the work in, you know, like Don Cherry would say. So, you know, demo. You gotta demo, pull it. Other things we found, we knew there was one hole with the sheet metal over it. That just looks like a piece of sheet metal. Probably the bottom of a tin can or something. You know, we'll just pull that up. This one they actually used a piece of wood, so it's kind of solid, but that's the thinnest piece of wood I've ever seen. So, you know, that'll get done. So the plan, what's the plan, Stan? Probably gonna pull a whole bunch of this back because we also have, I think we're going to keep that. I like those little grates. They don't do anything, but, you know, it looks nice, so why not? Over here, there was a piece of wood. This doesn't go all the way to the end, so I'll probably cut this straight and drop a piece of wood in there. Yeah, we're going to pull back a couple courses and then figure out what my angle needs to be on my shims that I'm going to put on all of these. And then we'll go from there. I mean, where am I going to get the wood from to fix this? Well, no, I'm not going to take them from the stairs. But upstairs, I mean, look at those floorboards. Maybe for the hallway, I'll keep them. but above the bar, the saloon, that's gonna be, that's gonna be, that we're gonna go newer with the other side of the house upstairs. We're gonna put rugs down, so I can just cut those boards out, reuse them, and put down some, sheets of plywood or whatnot, and put some subfloor down, and that'll match right up. The only issue I'm having is the boards upstairs. They are 1.125", where the boards on the other side of the house are 1 inch and no, just a straight inch. So right there where they meet, I'm probably gonna have to get out the big sander and sand it down so it's, so it looks right, But I got to pull that floor up and I got to get shims down, and make sure everything's nice and level, because that hump was pretty bad. And none of those boards are not nailed down. I mean, it's tongue and groove, so it's nice. And they got the, they did it right. They put the tongue in the groove and then they put the nail through the tongue, but only like every 4 feet. So it's, some of them are popped. It's garbage. I'm talking too much. I got a lot of work to do. So sometimes you have to think to yourself, what's the other better way of doing this? And is it easier? And yeah, it's probably easier. See that? It's called a level. It's got some bubbles on it and stuff. And then like you put it on the floor and you see that this floor is actually pretty level until it gets to those, those are what got raised up, because not only did this bend like a banana, it twisted and lifted all those rafters up. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sand all these rafters to shave them down and then see if I got level. And if I got level, that's better than tearing all of this up just to put some shims down, Is it less work? Tomato, tomato. But right now I'm going to put these hangers in. Those are too long. I got some shorter ones. And put those in there and hang all these. That way we're not falling through the ceiling. This is the part where you like and subscribe and stuff. I mean, if you watch this far, you might as well like it. And if, you ain't got nothing better to do, subscribe and stuff will show up on your thing. And you can be like, hey, look, there's another Dixon video. Maybe I'll watch it. So the brackets are in. They don't go all the way to the bottom, but so they're not exactly like hanging on there, but they're going to stop them from falling out. I mean, they are still on the main carrying beam, but because they're brackets, they're going to stop them from moving out or moving this from here, hopefully. I feel safer sleeping at night this way. Okay, so I lifted the boards. I took where'd it go? I had a flap disc around here somewhere. I just took the grinder. There it is. Took the grinder, put a flap disc on there, took a lot of material off the high spots. And I still had some low spots, and our friend Colleen gave us a whole bunch of yardsticks? I didn't look at them. They're sticks, and I used those to bridge the gap, where I needed to fill them in. So now this is all nice and flat. Then I put where the circles were, I found I couldn't find 1-inch boards, and these are 8 inches wide, and over on the other side, they're only 6 inches wide. So these are 1.125 inches. So I've got them down now. I've been stapling them in, and, I'm going to sand them all nice and flat, just make it good. And then, now I have this gap to deal with. I don't know why there's a gap. I know that was buckled over there. This was really buckled over in this area. So maybe the buckle, after it's spread out, leaves a gap. But it starts over here, and it gets wider to about 2 inches, and then it tapers all the way down. So what I'm going to do is, from this side, I'm going to measure over 2 inches. I'm just going to rip a line down here so I don't have to, fill it in with a weird shape, going all the way down. And then I'll, fill it in. So I got my boards in there. They're sanded down. They stick out like a sore thumb, but, that's because they're not painted. But they're in there. And everything else is sanded. It's all flat. Trust me. The last thing I need to do is, so there's a lip here. And then down here, there's a gap, and it's just ugly. You know, this board here doesn't even reach the sill over here, so I'm gonna have to tie this in somehow other than the tongue in the groove. So what I did was I went out and I bought this molding here, and it's just a nose, you know, it's got a nice little dip. It's flat here and it dips off here. Let me show you. It does that. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'd like to come straight across, but this piece out here is higher and it sticks out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my little oscillating thing, cut it straight, cut this out. And because the plan was, and this is why you have to think, people, I was gonna cut out a spot so that would fit in there. That's gonna look dumb. I don't want it to look dumb. So I'll take that, cut it out, throw it in there. I'll be right back. So there it is, sticking out like the sore thumb it is. But you know what? It looks a lot better. And once it's painted the same color as the floor, you won't even notice it's there. So yeah, what's left to do on the floor? Obviously paint, but before paint, we want to caulk in between all these. I picked up a case of caulk, you know, just in case. Haha. Paint the floor, paint this, painted that. We got a cool light coming in, Lady Dixon got, so we'll put that up. We still got that porthole thing that I had a great idea, but I'll tell you about it later. This video is running really long, but you know, it's the floor. I wanted to get it all done in one shot. So that's the floor, and the next video will be the last video when we're done, and I'll just go over everything, you know, show you what's done, and it did done. This Dixon, peace out.